I've been in a metal band since I was a kid, you know? So for me, I'm always trying to challenge myself.
Right.
And that's why I appreciate this song because, you know, it's weird when a verse is higher than the chorus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, it's counterintuitive. So first of all, high five.
Dude.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. So the first thing that I want to mention when it comes to this song and this house is that I am a coffee fiend. Like, I get coffee every single day. I get it in the morning. It's part of my routine when I'm writing, you know? But when I come here, I don't get coffee because you make the best coffee in the world.
That's true.
Thank you, Devin.
Take me through your process.
Honestly, I mean, we do the Chemex thing, but I think what it does is it gives everybody a little time to like chill out and just catch up.
You don't feel like you got to go right into the song.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than like coming into a day and feeling like you have to jump into a song.
And then we kind of find our way upstairs into the studio.
Exactly.
So this was the first time that I had written with you. Still the only time I'd written with you, which
Let's
is
keep it that
sad.
way.
But yeah,
is
just go out on a high note.
One and done, yeah.
We'd been hanging out a couple times. We just
Yeah.
hadn't written, and I just love your work. And I was like, I'm gonna think of an idea. And somebody said something about, I think Jay actually said Placebo in the studio at some point. And I remember thinking like, ooh, there's something cool there, you know, like you're trying to trick yourself that you're in love or that you're getting over this girl or something. And so we came in and we had our coffee time.
Yep.
And then we went upstairs and you actually had a riff and a melody that you brought in.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, that piano part, I think that morning, something about the movement of that piano part, I thought, I don't know how to write a song around this, but I like at least the adventure of where we could start with that and then build. Yeah. And connecting that to Placebo, it's like, I don't know how that's going to work either,
Right.
but let's just start with
But you had the melody too. You were like, because you went to you doing it on the guitar, like dun, 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 dun. And you don't know where the downbeat is unless you hear it. Dun,
Right, yeah.
dun, 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 you know?
Yeah, that was the cool part about it to me. It's like you're a little bit lost in it until the groove kicks in. The title is definitely intriguing, and that seems like one of those titles that on a playlist you think, man, I want to know what that
they
song
do
is.
that, yeah.
And it, because of how clinical that thing can be, I think infusing it with emotion is the real magic of it. Really putting a story into it where it feels natural to land in that place. Yeah, and I love the challenge of that. I feel like it was cool seeing it come together.
I remember you saying, what does that mean to you? Like, what does it mean? Like, and I was like, well, he's you know, every time he falls, he's telling her that, he's telling himself that he's in love with this girl that he's laying next to, but he's really, all he can do is think about this old girl that he's still in love with. So we kind of just hammered away at it.
I remember fighting for that stuff. Because it was such
Making
a left
sure it was good
title.
enough, yeah.
Yeah, making sure it didn't feel left when you listen to the song.
Right.
Because not only do we have the left title, but we had the like really movement piano part and stuff. It's like, how can we make this feel like a normal song?
Yeah, and I think melodically is what brought that together, is that the melodies feel kind of aching in a way, and the colors, and you spent most of your time that day, like, you were a great singer and a writer and a player and, you know, in your own right, but that day you were in producer mode that day. I remember you spent a lot of time figuring out, like, is it double time, is it half time, because it's that tempo where you can go do, or you can go do.
Yeah,
You
which
know?
honestly is a groove that I typically would not go to.
Right, because you want to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it just felt, It was such an interesting piano part that it was kind of fun being able to play around in those different grooves.
And like when you want to write, when you're with an artist and they're in the studio, you're like, you want to get that song.
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly,
okay, this is what they need, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess it's just a testament to just going with what the room wants and what the vibe is, even if it's a left title or a left groove. And I don't think that I could have done it the same with anybody else. So
that's awesome. There's something nice too, especially sonically with that type of thing, that I feel like in the moments that you're creating it, it's a lot easier to be more out or weird and then to pull it back in, as opposed to taking something that's kind of safe and confined and then later once the cement has hardened to kind of try to pull that into something weirder.
And for me, like the groove and the title and the melodies and everything about it and the colors was just challenging in a kind of a sexy, heartbreaking way. Yeah. And I think that's what drew me to it. And when as soon as we started jamming it with the band, it just kind of took a life of its own. And I'm glad to have it on the record. So
Man, no doubt.
Thank you guys for writing with me.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I fall, I just try to convince myself it's the real thing, but that ain't it at all. I've never learned my lesson, looks can be deceiving. The mind, yeah, the mind is a powerful thing, but the heart is a whole lot smarter than you think. No, I'm not over you, girl, you got me lovesick from your loving, needing something for remedy. Girl, you got me dying, but I'm hiding it from another laying next to me. Can't help but that every time I think, where did we go, baby? It takes me right back to zero. This ain't love, it's just a placebo. Yeah, living with that thought is a bit of sugar pill for me to swallow. Ooh, but it's all I got, the only thing I know will get me to tomorrow. The mind, yeah, the mind is a powerful thing, yeah, yeah. But the heart is a whole lot smarter than you think. I'm still not over you, girl, you got me lovesick from your loving, needing something for remedy. Girl, you got me dying, but I'm hiding it from another laying next to me. Can't help but that every time I think, where did we go, baby? It takes me right back to zero. This ain't love, it's just a placebo. Might feel so ain't real though, just placebo. Might feel so ain't real though, just placebo. Girl, you got me lovesick from your loving, needing something for remedy. Girl, you got me dying, but I'm hiding it from another laying next to me. Can't help but that every time I think, where did we go, baby? It takes me right back to zero. This ain't love, it's just a placebo. Every time I fall, I just try to convince myself it's the real thing, but that ain't it at all.